Hi, I'm Katie Moonstone. Welcome back. If you guys would all just take a minute, I'm going to clear the air in our heart spaces at this time. Woo! How is everybody doing today? This reading is for the solstice for the 20th through the 21st, but I am recording this on the 18th because Mars moved into Virgo today on the 18th. This is a silent opening of karmic reckoning, which means things are going to start to be planned, and you're going to start seeing that literally probably at some point. You probably started seeing it today, but you're going to start seeing that as we move into the solstice. So basically all those wars that just broke out, and you're going to see it in your personal life when you go to work. Maybe your work is going to start planning changes. With all those wars that broke out, there's going to be no more spontaneous acts. Things are now going to be precisely planned, okay? That's because of Virgo. Virgo likes organization, and it's an earth sign, so things are tangible, and they like the change for the better. And Virgos do like to have plans and action. And Mars is the planet of action, right? So boom, there you go. This is going to be a timeline purge, as things will not happen by chance as we move into the solstice. And the solstice, that opens on the 20th and the 21st. And with that comes a powerful ignition of something that you can't see, but you are gonna feel it because it's energetic, okay? This is where your invisible powers activate your energy and your abilities to shift realities from the inside out. The solstice is more than just sunlight. It's a moment when timelines shift and soul codes activate, and your inner power begins speaking louder than ever before, okay? So be prepared for this portal, because it's going to awaken. A lot of people might start going through spiritual awakenings at this time, but a lot of people are going to start waking up to things. This awakening that happens, these are things that have been waiting deep inside of you. And this like certain energy has been laying dormant, and it waited for this exact key cosmic alignment and moment to activate and come to the light. So some of you may experience like a kundalini experience on this day. And this is basically, you are going to be hearing, so hearing with your ears, the energy for the first time. Energy becomes magic when it is in sync with nature's pulse, okay? Being one with all. That's what it is. When you're one with all in the universe, you can hear the hum of the energy of the universe, right? So the solstice is going to make reality a bit softer. And this is when energy stops becoming a vague vibe, and it starts becoming cause and effect. You think it, you feel it, and then the universe is going to start moving. And this is basically to show you that something bigger than you is trying to click into place, but it's still about you because you're connected to all that is. The solstice is not an event, it is a gateway. A solstice is a door that opens to something, and this something doesn't usually have access, okay? So your intentions are gonna show up in your reality. Basically, you're gonna think something, and then all of a sudden you might see it in a couple hours. You know, it's gonna be that quick. This is because the air around you is listening differently, okay? Your thoughts are gonna shape faster, and somebody didn't want me to say that, and the magic starts becoming real. This is about the invisible becoming visible, okay? This isn't just for energy workers or light workers, even though we play with this energy all the time. This energy is being offered to everyone and anyone who is just even remotely slightly awake. So they are going to be able to hear the whispers too for the first time. Your power will not be imaginary, and you're not gonna be able to explain this. This is gonna be hard to explain. Your invisible power will rise to the surface, and it will be very charged, and it's going to be very real. This is about your intent, okay? You don't have to master anything. You just have to see that the emotions that you radiate and the visuals that you entertain, everything internal and external, that all of that is going to start echoing into your surroundings. This is basically the universe showing you, as within, so without. Law of nature, law of attraction, the law of assumption. There's 12 other laws of the universe. All of the laws of the universe are going to play out for you during these next 2 days, okay? And energy moves and flows, so even though I'm saying 2 days, you might feel it 2 days after. It just depends where you're at on your journey and how sensitive or awaken you are to energy, right? Excuse me, sorry about that. The universe is gonna play out for you so that you can see that the universe is real, because the invisible isn't imaginary. And now it's going to be activated for everyone to see, so that your energetic body can tune into something bigger than itself. This will be undeniable, and you are going to be the signal, and you are going to come and you're going to tune in, and it's going to be loud. Remember, energy equals magic. And why are we saying it like that? Because in our ancient cultures or ancestors, they never separated energy from intention or from result, because energy was the magic, because they never saw a difference. They lived by this truth: whatever energy you carry or emotion that you radiate, whatever words you spoke or symbols that you used, it all meant something. And it was not something that was random. It was something that had weight, okay? And now this energy is coming back, but this time it's going to be in your hands, okay? So what are you pressing into this portal? What is in your hands? What kind of energy do you have on your hands? What are you radiating? So that's what you need to ask yourself before the portal opens up, because once it opens up, it is going to show you, because your frequency is going to show you, and it's going to be very loud, okay? So if you don't like what you see, change within so that your external world can change for what it is that you actually want, okay? So if you want love and kindness or equal reciprocity, then you need to be fair and have proper give and take, right? If you want love, love yourself as within. Do you love yourself? Do you talk good about yourself? You don't want people to talk bad about yourself. You got to start within you. And then, like I said, the universe is doing this so that people can wake up and see that this energy is real. Energy obeys direction. So you're going to feel the alignment, and you're going to start feeling pulls. And what's going to happen is you're thinking maybe you want this one job, but then when this portal opens up, all of a sudden you might be going this way, and then when that portal opens up, you're going to be going over there. It's going to be that quick. It's going to be a huge, quick alignment. And this is an ancient equation that is going to reactivate. So enjoy. But remember, energy is meant to be received and not to be echoed back. So expect timeline shifts with energetic accelerations. Speak intentionally and think consciously. And for fun, if you guys want to test the energy, make a joke and then watch it show up in your world. This is the return of magnetic living. That is what we're all going to experience for the next few days. Happy Solstice and happy summer. So let's just move along and dive right in, right? What does the collective need to know to move forward today? We got one that jumped out. Beetle, good fortune. We got some good luck on our side, so yay. Bag, something important such as a new job or raise. I do see a lot of people, I feel that. A lot of people are going to be changing directions. And I think the Solstice, I think that's going to, when that portal opens up, a lot of you are going to change a lot, directions. And when I see a bag, I see moving. Carrot, opportunity or a windfall. You might end up with more than one opportunity, but you are going to climb towards success. Why? Because this is the table of the turns. I'm doing this reading for the collective reading, not for, others that are not part of our collective reading. So we are going to have a lot of opportunities. This is what I was talking about. You're going to see us rise, and then you're going to see the ones that are already at the top, they're going to fall to the bottom. It's going to be like a very slow shift, of course, because the energy has been moving slowly, but there's reasonings for that, right? You will have a lot more clarity. I've been moving with clarity, even though I haven't seen the changes are already have presented itself. I just haven't gotten that domino effect yet. You know what I mean? I don't know if that makes sense. It does to me because I'm living it, but again, another money path. Path to money is waiting for you to find it. So there's going to be sudden changes, better opportunities. Good things are coming in. We're climbing up, but be careful. Do not take risks at this time. So be careful. Because Mars sometimes likes to get people in their emotions, right? So don't do that. Bear. All right, don't take risks with money matters. That's for one thing that I'm definitely getting. Danger, especially in money matters, and I got a bear. Usually when I see a bear, I see happiness within a family or a change within a family, okay? I don't know why I felt that I needed to shuffle that, but I apparently did. Things are being rearranged, obviously, because I wanted to shuffle that. Could be, I'm also getting course corrections. Some people might have wandered. They wanted to take the scenic route, is what I call it. Give us an advice for the next few days. Pivot. This reminds me of that, oh man, Friends. When Ross was yelling, they were moving. Pivot. Just pivot. Again, course correction. You're going to go, you think you're going this way, but all of a sudden, boom, you're going to be going over there. And all I can say is just go with the flow. Okay? Surrender and go with the flow. Sometimes when things aren't falling into place after trying and trying, it's time to ask yourself if pivoting in some way would be a good idea so that your life can flow a little more easy or effortlessly. How could you pivot even just a little bit? Or you're going to be pivoting and moving yourself into a different direction. Bottom of the deck is create. It's time to create something. You're being asked to connect with your creative side in whatever way that feels best. This part of you needs extra attention right now, and it needs to be expressed in a bigger way. Some of you need to get on it. Start creating something. Put those ideas into action. Or at least start investigating. Don't let pride get in your way, though. Okay? And that would be Mars. We are going to do a little different. We're going to change it up. What is the collective? Rebuke and cancel. Someone is definitely not wanting me to speak today. I feel my throat closing up, but I'm going to do this because I want to. Anyways, what does the collective need to know today? Yes, your finances are going to go up. It's starting now. But you are dealing with a skilled player, so be aware. Hold on. And 444, you are protected at this time. Let's get a couple more. 888. Did something in the spring not work out? 888, expect, it's like what, possibilities, different possibilities? Expect the unexpected. Infinite possibilities. Definitely getting here a timeline shift. And it's like happening now, because right now a miracle is going to take place between spring and Cancer season, which means in the next few days, honestly. Because I think what Cancer season starts, the Solstice, the 21st, if I'm not mistaken. I know I'm a cusper of a Cancer, so my birthday's on the 19th, Juneteenth. So, I don't know. This deck is a little big for my hands. Replace your fear with faith. There is somebody you need to block out of your life, and you do need to be cautious. In fact, they're saying do not even message them. But you do need to replace your fear with faith. I have told you guys 1,000,000 times. 365 times in the Bible states, do not fear. But we're all human, so we're gonna do better today, right? We are not gonna fear today, and when you do fear, you're gonna ask your spiritual team, the Most High, anybody who's out there or that you wanna talk to, maybe an ancestor, your grandma, walk with me today and watch the miracles take place. Some of you are going within and not working with anybody at this time. That is a-okay because of the energies that's been going on. I have been watching people kind of self-destruct themselves. In fact, I watched this person freak out, quit her job, and then put her 2 weeks notice in. Like, which one are you gonna do? Do you wanna quit or do you wanna put your 2 weeks notice in? I don't know. But she looked in a little crazy, but to me, it just means you need to stop and think, because Mars likes to take action, and if you're taking action based off emotions, you're gonna freak out, right? I mean, it's only natural. So a lot of you are going within or not working with anybody at this time, and that's okay. Heal. Why is this happening? It's karma, because you need to either forgive yourself or forgive someone else for a wrongdoing. So take this time and place forgiveness. Send the spirit of repentance to yourself. You can do that. Send it to whoever you need to. Send it to the world. I send it, to the world sometimes. And do it in Jesus' name. Some of you are going to be either quitting your job or losing your job, but it was destined and fated. There are going to be a series of turn of events that are actually going to work out in your favor. It might not look like it, but it is. And if you're an air sign or a woman or a feminine energy that resonates with the Queen of Swords, okay? This is the Queen of Swords. She's carrying a sword of truth. You are destined and fated to keep speaking your truth. It's like you're in a little spiritual warfare battle that you didn't know you got invited to. And your sole purpose right now is to speak your truth, because it was destined and fated. Could be air sign energy, doesn't have to be. Maybe you're speaking your truth, but you might help a fire sign or another woman who's just creative. We got the Queen of Wands. Maybe you've been truthful and honest, and now she knows. If she would have listened to your advice, she would have, maybe she had to learn the hard way, but whatever it is, I see fire signs in this, if you're with the Queen of Wands energy, typically it's a younger woman, or like you're very charismatic is what I want to say, but I can't get it out. Very creative. You guys are going to have a very happy family. It could be fire sign energy as well. It's the 10 of Cups. You're going to have emotional fulfillment if you are single and you don't have a family. But keep speaking your truth. And if you're the Queen of Wands, keep being you. You're either making your ancestors happy or your family bloodlines happy, or maybe your family. But at the end of the day, you are going to have emotional fulfillment. That is the 10 of Cups. Fire sign younger males, you are going to be taking action because you have written, be careful with the written communication. That's texts, emails, maybe letters in the mail. I do see you taking action, but you need to stop and do some inner work. You kind of already know this. You do want a new beginning, but you're not going to get one because you need to heal your broken heart. But you are going to get like a text or email, and then you have a phone call that's going to come in and it's going to change your world. Could be fire sign energies or just a younger male that, like I want to say in their 30s. Yeah, 30s. You do have some inner work to do, but you will have a new beginning because you're going to have a phone call that changes everything. Could be about your kids. You might get an apology. Maybe you're looking for an apology. Maybe you need to forgive yourself because you might not ever get that apology. But I do see that there is a phone call that's going to change everything. Maybe you have children, but your children already made a choice. Their judgment call has already been placed on children. Let's just say that. What is the judgment call? Because fair and balance is going to be restored for a lot of children. Maybe you need to have a conversation with your children so that there's balance that comes into your relationship with each other. Maybe you've been working and taking action and doing other things that you kind of forgot about them. Whatever it is, the truth is coming out. This is balance, restoration. We got justice. Whatever was taken will be restored. The divine has placed judgment, and this is what's going to happen. Ta-da! I love seeing when the justice card comes out. And when this justice happens and balance comes back into play, many of you are going to be celebrating. There are a lot of males out there. If you are a younger male, I say typically in the 30s, you don't have to be younger. Maybe you're a guy that does want to take action. Maybe you do need to offer love. Maybe you need to dig down and do some inner work so that you can offer love. And you're never going to receive it if you don't offer it, right? That's equal reciprocity. If you want love in your life, then you need to offer it. You need to be it, right? But I do see a lot of you are going to be celebrating. Some of you guys are going to offer love and get married. This could be water sign energy. Doesn't have to be. It's just a man in love. Typically younger males. A lot of you younger males are going to be starting new contracts. You're not going to be happy about it, but there is a lot of love and communication behind this. And it's soft communication, loving and kind communication. So this is healing energy that's taking place for a lot of, like, let's say, the 30-year-olds, the younger males or younger emotional males. I want to say with fire signs, or just typically any male out there. Could be fire signs. It also could be water signs as well. Just a lot of men are destined and fated to start becoming and getting into their heart spaces at this time. So it is part of your soul contract. You're not going to be happy about it because you're not used to it. It's not familiar to you. But there will be loving and kind communication taking place. And you don't even see it coming. For a lot of you that need to know, the games have stopped because the universe has stepped in. If you are looking for an answer, a yes or no answer, you got a yes answer. This is also manifesting, so be careful of your intentions, especially during the solstice, because that gateway is going to be wide open. And if you're wearing a mask, guess what? The universe is going to show you you're wearing a mask. Because remember, the universe knows the real you, not the you that you put on a show with. This is the Magician card, right? Typically I look at this card as a universe card saying, the universe is saying, yes, It also can mean you're, manifesting, but it also means that someone around you is wearing a mask. And don't play games with this person, because this person just wants to put on a show. Maybe you have something this person wants. Probably money. It's always money. I don't know why. It's a karmic thing. It was I don't know. I don't know what I was going to say. Many of you are going to be guided. The universe might be guiding you to an emperor. The emperor is in the room. An emperor is a person who does the right thing, typically an older male, a man in position, power of a position. Could be a police officer, could be a judge, just higher ranked person, but he does the right thing for everyone involved. It could be a father figure. You are being guided to this person, an emperor, someone who does the right thing. Because this emperor is either, well, one, he's protected already, but are you seeking protection? Are you not happy about a situation, and are you going to go to the police because you need some sort of protection? You do need to do that because the games need to stop. And yes, you are being guided to do it. So if you're being abused out there, please do yourself a favor and get some help, okay? There are plenty of people out there that will help you. I promise you that. You are not alone. You're not the only one out there that's been abused, even though it feels like it. Trust me, I'm not judging. I've been down that path. In fact, I did not do that. And because I did not do that, it showed up in my life more than once, because I could have saved someone else's life. And I don't know if the person ever did it again, but I'm pretty sure he did. I'm pretty sure I wasn't his only target. But it did show up in my world again more than once. And it probably will again, because I did not do what I was supposed to do. So, it is time to break your karmic contract. Sometimes we have to do things that we don't want to do, and we feel like it's wrong, but you know what you're supposed to do. It's a lot of these, right now also what I'm getting is maybe the emperor is now protected because he broke his karmic contract. Maybe you need some sort of protection because you need to break away from your karmic contract. Also, it could be addictions. Whatever it is, the devil is in reverse and it's just fell out of my hands. So that tells me you're walking away from toxic situations. You're well aware of this and you are doing the right thing, and you will be protected, okay? Moving on, because that got real deep. Even though you broke your karmic contracts, we have not gotten our wish fulfillment yet. 9 of Cups energy. We're not getting our wish fulfillment yet. Why? Well, they're not telling me why, but those of you that are traveling or that are going to travel, a lot of you might not be happy because you're in separation or you need to separate. Maybe you need to break free. Maybe you need to get run. To break free. I see breaking free. I got the Knight of Swords. So this guy is running. He's moving fast. This is fast energy. He's truthful and honest, and he knows where he's going. But he's not happy because he had to separate himself. Maybe it's a divorce, could be separation, but whatever it is, he's breaking free. Almost like a running. Maybe he didn't get his wish fulfillment. Maybe you're not getting your wish fulfillment because this person was destined and fated to take off. I don't know. But there is a separation, a breaking of a contract. Could be a divorce. I hate to say it, but maybe some of you out there might get ghosted and then end up with paperwork in the mail because the guy wants to divorce you, but he's too scared to face you. Although they are in their upright position. So I don't feel anything malicious about this because they are doing the right thing. I'm not saying that's going to happen. I'm just saying it is one of many possibilities. Remember, this is a general reading. If it does not coincide with you in your life, don't take it. Leave it for someone else. Maybe someone else needed to hear that message. Some of you might be traveling and you're not happy because you had to separate maybe from your family or something. I do feel like if you are traveling, let's say for work or for something, maybe you've been a little depressed because you've been separated from your, let's say, a loved one. Maybe a little regretful. I don't know. I'm getting regretful energy here. Maybe someone's in regret because they were out traveling and they're separated. Maybe someone ghosted you and now they're in regret. Could be air sign energy, doesn't have to be. But I'm really targeting the younger males right now. And for some reason, doesn't have to be, it could be emotionally, like maybe like just your emotions. Maybe you are young at heart, okay? A lot of you might be depressed because you had to separate from somebody and you regret it because maybe you did it for your mom. Maybe you regret leaving your mom. Whatever it is, you walked away or you're running away from an Empress in reverse. And maybe you have some regret feelings about this. Did you do what your mom told you? Like, did your mom give you bad advice and you actually took it and now you feel stupid because you listened to? This woman is needy and clingy and she's not in it for your best interest. So you need to move away, like run away. Yeah, you might regret it, but you need to be, this woman, she doesn't do anything with love. You need to forgive yourself. You're not doing anything wrong. Oh, that's part of karmic contract. Some of you need to heal because your mother was not good to you. Maybe you didn't have a mom growing up. For those of you that maybe lost your mom, but she wasn't a very good mom. Maybe you regret being separated from your mom, or you never got the words that you wanted to tell her, but she wasn't really good to you anyway. She could have been. Usually the Empress in reverse, and I keep going to mom because it's usually mother figures, right? But they don't make anything beautiful. They don't take care of themselves. They don't take care of the house. They're needy and clingy, usually emotionally. They come with a lot of trouble and baggage, and they just stir the pot all the time. If you had a mom like that and you walked away from her, or you need to, maybe you've been in regret over it. When I didn't have a mom and I wanted one really bad, I got separated from my mom when I was really, really young. And I wanted a mom so bad. So one day I took a walk. I just moved into like a complete stranger's house, basically. It was my dad's house, but when I moved in with them, I was like literally with complete strangers because my dad took off on us when we were super young. And then when I kind of got handed to my dad, he was already married, right? And she had kids from a previous marriage. So I took a walk down the street. So I'm in this new house, complete strangers. And I haven't spoken to my dad in a couple years. So I took a walk down the street and I found a church, right? And it was a statue of Mother Mary. And I grabbed one of the flowers and it was fake, but I sat there for a long time and I started crying. And I just thought it was weird, that I wanted a mom to hug me and tell me like, everything will be okay. I was scared. I'm in a new place, a new state. I don't even know who these people are. Even though it was my dad, I didn't know who he was, he was a stranger to me. And I didn't want to be where I was at. And I was just sitting there crying, and just how everything took place, it was so crazy. And I remember just how broken I was. And I was in 6th grade. So I stole, I'm very honest about it. It was a fake flower. There was a bunch of them, and I stole one of those flowers, right, And it was a fake flower, so I had to sit there and twist it. So I was there for a minute. It's not like, I mean, so totally it was intentional. And I stole the flower and I took it home with me. And I laid it at my, like, I had a headboard and it was like a shelving right there. So I put it right on the shelf of my headboard. So every time I laid down, that flower was there. And every time I would go to bed at night, I would cry. And I would feel the warmth of her, Mother Mary, would come and hug me every night. So for many years, as I grew up, I always sat and thought, you know what, I wish I had a mom. And the whole time I did. It just wasn't the mom that you wanted, you know what I mean? It was like, it wasn't real, but it was. Because every night that I went to bed, Mary, Mother Mary, I could feel her. I could literally feel her warmth around me, giving me a hug every night. And I don't know if it had significance with that flower, but it really did. And sometimes I would just hold that flower and cry myself to sleep. So the whole time I wanted one, I already had one the whole time. She was watching over me, and she still does. So for those of you that do not have one, call upon Mother Mary. She's everyone's mom, you know, she's there. And she'll give you the exact warmth and love that you were searching for, because she gave it to me the whole time. I just wasn't awoke enough to realize it. And now when I look back, I'm like, wow, that was amazing. Thank you. Because if it wasn't for her, I would have never have healed that you know, that feeling that I wanted, because now it's healed. I already know, you know. I don't miss my mom because I had one the whole time. Even though she was spiritual, she was there, you know, and that feeling was healed. So anyways, you didn't do anything wrong, and you need to remember that. A lot of people just take on dark entities, and it's not her fault that she, you know, it is in a sense, because she's got to take accountability and responsibility for her actions. You know, she doesn't love herself. She's not taking care of the house or the kids. She doesn't even, why would she take care of the house or the kids if she can't even take care of herself? So you need to remember, if you're dealing with someone like this and you have a mom like this, you need to remember you didn't do anything wrong. And look at that, you know. Maybe you've been saddened and regret, but now maybe you heard me speak of this. Maybe you will call upon Mother Mary and help heal your mother wounds as well, because she healed mine. And this is going to change everything. It helps heal your heart space, right? Because what are good moms? And that's why I always say, go out to Mother Nature, because Mother Nature does the same thing. You know, what are good moms? They're nurturing, they're caring. And because I didn't grow up with one, I made a vow to myself that I wanted to be everything my mother wasn't. And I got that answer. I broke that curse, you know, and I knew that I did when my grandmother, on her deathbed, when she died. It was confirmation that that curse was broken. Because a lot of the women in my family that I was born into had moms like this, you know. My grandma was kind of like this. Circumstances were different because times were different back then, you know, but she couldn't be this, right? So it's not your fault. Circumstances. And you need to know that. And this is going to change everything. This is a good change. Facing that. Instead of blaming her, be like, you know what, I understand why she couldn't love me the way that she could. Because she didn't love herself, you know? And I know that with my own parents. Like, my dad was never really a good dad to me. But at the end of the day, when I sit and think about how he was with himself, there was no way he can be who he, you know, the dad that I deserved or should have had, you know? My parents had me at a very young age, so it was like I was the adult and they were the children. Very bizarre. But anyways, good changes. This is a good change. Maybe this message came after someone. If you are an earth sign energy or a woman of wealth or a businesswoman, you resonate with the Queen of Pentacles. You have a wish fulfillment coming in. You will have it all. Okay? Your manifestation powers are on point. Some of you males, if you are lying to yourself and you're not being truthful and honest, excuse me. Oh my God. I took a pause. So something is not going to happen for you. There's a huge delay for you. It's almost like you're being separated. Anyways, you've been lying. You're not actually fighting because you already know you're lying. But either you're not being truthful and honest with yourself, that someone took something from you, or maybe you don't want to like open your eyes to something. Was something stolen from you, or did you steal something from someone else? Doesn't have to be where your heads are going. It could be time, money, or energy, right? Did you waste someone's time? You know, stuff like that. So whatever was taken from you, you're going to have to give back, and vice versa. Okay? Also, I do not see you reconciling, because you can't be truthful and honest with yourself. So why would you reconcile with anybody? You're also not going to, if you continue down the path of like not owning up and taking responsibility or claiming some sort of like whatever it is that you're running from, you are not going to have emotional fulfillment. If you are a woman of 9 of Pentacles or female energy, sorry, and you're in the, like, let's say you're single and you're doing your own thing, you are going to have clarity and balance will be restored. A lot of you are going to have a lot of clarity. I'm actually already have it. So you guys, some of you might be right on the same timeline as me. If not confirmation, you will have it soon. Also, your priority is going to change if you resonate with this card. She's the 9 of Pentacles. It is feminine energy, doesn't have to be. But it could be an earth sign. Again, doesn't have to be. But if you're a person that is by yourself, you basically have it all except for one more pentacle. One pentacle would make it 10. But you have clarity on something, and your priority is going to be taking some sort of action, putting matters into your own hands. But be very careful that, because whatever it is that you're doing, because like right now you might have the finances to do something, the universe is saying, no, you don't have enough information. You are in the unknown, and be very careful because you will lose money. Okay? They're saying walk away. I know this might resonate with someone out there. Walk away. Be very careful. Do not take action on it. There is an ending that is coming. And you're going to clearly see the truth. A lot of you might be releasing yourself from, let's say, a contract or a marriage. But there is an ending to something, and it's the death of the situation. Some of you actually might see someone die or experience a death in your family. Maybe your husband will die. Because for some reason when I'm staring at this card, the husband is covered up. So my condolences if that does happen. But the truth will come out, you will see clearly, and you will be released. There is an ending of a contract or a marriage. You are releasing yourself. Contracts can be anything. Can be lovers, business, you know, soul contracts. The next energy that just popped out was earth sign energy, masculines, or if you're a wealthy man, got your shit together, be careful of being in your feelings. Stay grounded at this time. God is putting a lot, okay, he has a message, and he's saying God is putting a lot of work and effort in right now so that you guys can have your wish fulfillment. 10 of Pentacles. Ooh, I was going to say 10 of Cups. Ten of Cups is having the happy family, wish fulfillments, like emotional fulfillments, but Ten of Pentacles is having it all. So God is putting a lot of work and effort in right now so that we can have it all. Be very cautious of the people around you, especially if they're in their feminine energy or masculine energy. Like masculine's energies are like, let's say they're lying, not being truthful and honest. They're hiding something, obviously. Maybe they want to take something from you. Be careful. And also be very cautious of the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. This woman is bitter and jealous. So be careful of bitter, jealous, and envious people. That evil eye is something crazy. The bottom of the deck, you do not need to look any further because a lot of you have a really good job offer that is coming in. This is also stability. A lot of you water signs, you're going to be resting at this time. Your soul needs to rest, or you need to rest because you need to heal from a major betrayal. The divine is working behind the scenes. Yes, the divine knows that something is not over, but they are working behind the scenes to line things up. So if you are asking the divine for certain questions or clarity or looking for answers, they might not be, there was a time frame when they were very close to us, but right now they are putting a lot of work and effort in to line things up. These timeline shifts take a lot of momentum, right? And to place all these people in certain spots, you know what I mean? So if you're not receiving answers, just be patient, divine timing. A lot of you in the next few days might have clarity on why divine timing is so important. That is a big lesson that I get out of that. So let's get a card from the fairy deck. I was feeling drawn to them. Some of you might need to go out in nature, get some sun. Today it's raining here, so to me this is the cleansing, and then goodbye to the old and hello to the new. You finished one part of your life and now a new and even better part. A new beginning is on its way. We are ending spring, but you do deserve, your desires will fully manifest as the flowers begin to bloom. So something insignificant is going to take place probably before the Solstice starts. So today's only the 18th if you're watching this on the 18th, but energy moves and flows, so whenever you get this, it will manifest. And I did think that. Connect with nature. For some reason I kept feeling that. You get rejuvenated and inspired by the more you spend time outdoors, okay? Let's go to the dice. What does the dice have to say for us? The number 2 is significant. 2 days, 2 o'clock. Aquarius energy. Partnerships are going to be very important over the next few days. Definitely during this portal opening Celeste time. Some children, pay attention to your kids. A lot of them might be a little sad and depressed. School ended. A lot of children don't go home to love. And a lot of them lose their hope because they're around people that don't have their best intentions for them. Were you a child that didn't go home to love? Because I was one of them. But at the end of the day, that's going to change. Be very optimistic. A lot of people at this time might be growing. If they were emotionally immature, you're going to start seeing them like, oh my God, this person just grew. And I just saw that the other day with someone. Someone just actually talked to me and I was like, oh my God, this person grew. And I knew it was going to happen because that person went on a journey. And I was like, And I'm actually really it worked out for the better. That person's going to be a better person now. I do feel like there's a lot of secrets that are still in the mix around us. So there's something that we do not know at this time. I'm getting a no answer though. Maybe you need to say no to someone who is in their ego. A lot of spiritual awakenings and that kundalini experience usually happens around portals like this because it's an energetic portal, right? I'm getting a no answer. Maybe you need to tell someone no, especially if they're like in their ego or they're lying to you. Please tell them no. They do not have love for you. You might get someone that pops out of nowhere who's very curious but thinks you're stupid and is going to try something. Pay attention to your finances at this time. I am getting that. Wow. Definitely pay attention to your finances. There are people that might be pocket watching you. I do feel like theft and identity, theft is going to be on a rise. I don't know, real soon. But things are going to come back into full circle. Someone's trying to trap you, but that's not going to work. Someone tried to trap you with money. Maybe they wanted to give you money or give you something just so that they can turn around and say, see, if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't be here. You wouldn't have this. But I see you breaking free from that. And the moment you break free, you're going to have your own money. I do feel like a gift is coming in to someone who is breaking free. Something came full circle. Why does that keep coming up? Yeah. Something about bloodlines. Bloodlines of like royalty and like Native Americans. Like I'm getting like, oh, something about the blue turquoise is very significant. So I don't know. I know many tribes go with that stone, but that stone is very specific. That stone is very special at this time. I'm sorry, I can't say specific. I just said it. All right, let's do it again. Maybe if you grab a turquoise, one of your ancestors is going to talk to you or is trying to talk to you at this time. Pay attention to your dreams. A lot of females are going to be in their heart space. You're moving towards love. I always said this, if you are love, be love. You want love, be love then. A lot of you guys are going to be moving. Something about Britain is going to be significant. I don't know why I just said that, but something about Britain, you're going to see a lot of global changes. And it's going to be planned. I feel like Britain's got a smart idea. I don't know why. Or they're playing smart about something, which is kind of odd. A lot of you are thinking about money at this time, but you need to break your insecurity when it comes to money. Were you poor as a child or something? But yeah, healing your relationship with money is very significant. And the number 5, so expect sudden changes. Maybe you need to heal that. I had to heal. And you can tell if you needed to heal about money because maybe you feel some sort of way. Maybe you feel like everybody wants to take money from you. Or maybe you feel like when you have it, it doesn't last very long. Maybe you feel like you have to hoard it because you didn't have money when you were a kid. Maybe you don't have money right now and you feel very insecure, but that's going to change suddenly. Like suddenly. Because I get 5. Expect sudden changes. So that is gonna change suddenly, okay? Either you're gonna get a new perspective, a job. What people don't understand is your life can literally change in 30 seconds. So I've seen it in my own life. One day can change a person's life, like, completely. And I feel like we might start stepping into that energy when that portal opens. Male energies, you have an idea, it's smart, and you need to plant that seed now, because it is going to grow and it's going to be money bags. It is going to grow. A lot of you masculine energies out there, move on that idea. A lot of males are going to be moving away from their blocks, like people that were blocking you. You just have a lot of you males are waking up and you have a whole new sense of direction. The energy's a little slow, so females as well. The energy's a little slow, but plant that seed, especially on the 20th or now. I would start now, because that energy moves and flows. And if you're sensitive to energy, you can feel that energy early on. But I would start planting that seed now, because you're going to get a lot of money bags. You got a lot of money. But a lot of you males are moving away from all the people, places, and things that were blocking you from your path. You're breaking free from your insecurities, and you do need to heal something about people not having money, like the underprivileged, being poor, maybe not having enough food to eat. Maybe some of you males will have a good idea because you planted a seed, but maybe you want to give money to the poor, money to children. Whatever it is, you're breaking away from the spirit of greed. Maybe you had someone around you that was trying to trap you and make you feel greedy. Also, I do see a lot of males buying a new house or moving up, like leveling up. Anything else? Let's see. Let me do the dice one more time, because that was some good stuff. Ooh. A lot of males got a lot of answers today. A lot of you that are inside your heads right now, you need to break free from that, okay? And you are getting a yes answer. A lot of you are being broken free from, and you're moving away from some spiritual warfare that's been around you for a while, or some person that has a dark entity on them. You are well aware of who this person is, and you are moving away from this person. The number 10, the cycle completed, so contract is over. And you need to free your mind, okay? Put your mind on a vacation, get some sleep, get some rest. You completed a cycle, it's over. Remember though, different devils, or different levels, different devils, so you're about to level up. Anything else, and we're gonna end this reading. Just leveling up. As we start leveling up and things start circling back around. Look at that, that's happiness. A gift is arriving and it's gonna make someone very happy. And I got a number 10, completion of a cycle. Definitely get some rest, because this new portal energy is gonna make you feel energetic. It's awakening something dormant, something that was lying dormant within your energy, okay? So you are gonna feel a shift, okay? Let's end this reading and call it a night. Well, These two wanted to come out, but we already read them yesterday. An awakening, so in a tidal wave, and breaking free from your chains. This is also about Jesus. I will keep that one, but I am going to put you back, Jesus. We did you on our last reading. Let's see. If it comes out again, it's destined and fated. Yeah, it came out again. Jesus wants to be heard. Key holders, breaking free. There is not one person in this world who does not know who Jesus Christ is or was, and that is the true meaning and power of love. Just as Yeshua, or Jesus, embarked on his journey of what his true mission and messages were then, and what they are still right now, or today, may they all resonate with inside of all of you. It is time to break free from the chains, and Jesus has given us all the keys to break free from the chains that bind us. You are being called to break free and start your mission or soul purpose, just as Jesus has done. May the history of his royal priest, spiritual warrior, and messages live on and move you in the right direction. Some of Jesus's words are, do not worry or fear. Love your enemies. Love your neighbors. Love yourself. Humility and service to others. Being a peacemaker. Love God. Do not worship him or false idols. And most importantly, you are the light of the world. Let your light shine. It's time. Pivot. Jesus had many teachings, and it is up to you to be the truth seeker and find what resonates with you and your soul and answer that call. All of his teachings show one's love for God and that we are worthy to be a part of this world, your Creator's kingdom. Yeshua was honest and enlightening. No one is above the laws of the divine or the laws of the universe. Once you understand how the universe works, let your light shine before others so that they may see you in the works of God or Jesus. It is time to take that key and break free and be who you were meant to be. Well, that was inspiring. As always, that was very important. There are a lot of changes that are happening, and with the soulless, sorry, I keep saying it wrong. The universe wants to show everybody, hey, this is real. And that's what Jesus wanted you to know. It was all part of the divine plan. Awakening. It hits like a tidal wave, okay? A spiritual awakening is the process of shifting your consciousness through a profound spiritual realization. It is a moment of time when you come into contact with reality. And reality shifts your external truth. You realize the truth that you are not your body and that your sense of self is shattered in that very instant. The one more wakes up, the more truth and divinity comes through. Many things trigger a spiritual awakening. This card was pulled because either you or someone you know is going to go through a spiritual awakening. This is triggered through major life changes or, major life changes and events. There is no rhyme or reason for why a spiritual awakening strikes. Sometimes it just can be a random occurrence in your life, and it just happens. There are many stages one goes through during this time. This is the most profound thing that will ever happen to anyone, yet one of the most painful things one will ever experience. If you are not prepared for this, it will come as a shock. And just like the picture, it comes like a tidal wave, suddenly. And it was orchestrated between you and God. By understanding the different types of awakening, the symptoms of them, and the stages, you can try to be a little more prepared for the wild ride of a spiritual awakening. But nurture yourself and do not fight the healing process that occurs within it. Best of luck on your awakening journey. It will be painful, but it will be worth it. But just write it out, because many are counting on you. Patience and compassion is needed during this time. So definitely move forward with compassion. Definitely have patience. The universe is working. The energy is slow, but it is speeding up. And the Solstice is going to show everybody, hey, this whole energy thing is real. Jesus has been telling people that for years, but nobody wanted to listen to him. You can, so anyways, if you do experience the kundalini experience, it happened to me one night while I was sleeping. And when it happened, and that it starts in the bottom of your spine, it's an energy that is released and it goes straight to your brain, okay? And I saw my past lives, I saw other people's past lives, and people's souls were coming to talk to me. Okay, they had messages for me. Everyone's experience is going to be different. So it is kind of creepy because when it comes like, whoa, you know what I mean? And it's so unreal, and it's really hard to talk about sometimes because it's like, I did experience it, but how can you talk about it to someone? It's so bizarre, but it is kind of cool when you stay, because, like at first when you're going through it, you're like, oh my God, what's wrong with me? But then when you take a step back after now, okay, I know exactly what happened to me. Now I have like these things. And when you take a step back, you're like, that was pretty cool. Anyways, happy summer. Summer's starting, so everyone gets a new beginning. Again, things are going to be more precisely planned out. And as we move into the Solstice, remember, energy becomes magic, okay? This is like ancestral codes that were hidden deep in your body. It could be ancestral, I really don't know, but maybe it's, these, whatever is going to take place in the next few days, it's all been planned. And these codes were buried in your body. And the moment that portal opens up, you're gonna have things inside you activate. And you're gonna, like I said, you think you're going this way, and you're gonna be like, oh my God, I gotta go that way. These are just timeline shifts, and things are gonna start accelerating. So hang in there. We're all in this together because we are all one. Be safe out there, and until we meet again, namaste.